We've got a great colours and fruit lesson for your ESL Kids preschool class today. Let's take a look. Hello teachers, this is lesson 2 in our 3 to 5 year olds English course. We're following on from lesson 1, which was the introduction lesson. So if you haven't seen that yet, take a look in the description. I'll put a link there. Today's lesson is all about colours and fruit. It's the first one of 4 lessons on colours and fruit. We'll be building on your students' vocabulary and structures during these 4 lessons. Okay, so let's dive into the lesson plan. I've got the lesson open here in PowerPoint, and as with all of our lesson plans, they're available in PowerPoint. So if you have a projector in your classroom or a large screen, you can show it on there. Or we also have PDF versions. I'll show you here. With all our lessons, they come in PowerPoint or PDF. And this is for a traditional style lesson. You can go through step by step through the lesson, and you can follow through there. For today's purposes, we'll use the PowerPoint slides, although if there are any differences between the PowerPoint slides and the PDF file, then I'll talk about those in this video. Okay, so let's open up the lesson in presentation view. To do that, I'll press F5, and it opens up on the teacher's notes slide. Okay, let's quickly go through this. So it's lesson 2, Colours and Fruit 1, the first of 4 Colours and Fruit lessons. The objectives are to identify and recognise 5 colours and 3 fruit. Just to look back, in the last lesson, the introduction lesson, we actually started with 3 colours. So we'll be adding 2 more colours to this lesson plan. You could either start with the introduction lesson, or you could dive straight into this lesson plan and start off with 5 colours to begin with. Okay, the structures are what colour is it and what fruit is it? And the new vocabulary, you can see the review vocabulary was red, blue and green. We'll be adding to that purple, yellow, apple, banana, grapes. So for this age group, you're not really going to be adding lots and lots of new vocabulary every lesson. Although your students will be picking up a lot of the other vocabulary you're using in your meta language, your teaching language. Okay, for the sake of time, we'll move on to the lesson now. Please press pause now if you'd like to read through the rest of the teacher's notes. Okay, so this is what the students will see when they come into your classroom. And then to get the lesson started, just press the space bar. And up pops the lesson title, a red apple. And usually from the lesson titles, these are structures and vocabulary that we learn within that lesson. Okay, warm up and maintenance. It's a bit longer than last week because we're including review activities that we practiced in class last week. Now, here's the first page greetings. In the last lesson, the introduction lesson, I went through most of these points in detail. So if you want to see in detail these points, please refer back to that. I'll put a link in the description below. And then I'll just whiz through these points every week. Okay, so as the students come in, greet them, and just for them to sit down, and if you can, use some cushions so they know exactly where to sit. Onto the name tag section. You'll have your name tags prepared before class, and say each name on each name tag as you pick them up. Students can put their hands up, and then you tag or stick the tags to their shirts. And then it's the glove puppet. Here's mine, Cookie Monster. So as explained before in the introduction lesson, you'll bring out the monster when everyone shouts hello into the bag, and then he'll talk to me. Hello, what's your name? My name's Jeremy. What's your name? My name's Cookie Monster. And then you'll go around the class saying hello to each student, asking their names, and then saying goodbye and back into the bag. Then on to the hello song. Again, we talked about this in the last introduction lesson, the last lesson. Get everyone sitting down in a circle, sing along, do the gestures. You can either play the song audio or the song video. And again, review from last class. We're doing the name writing practice. You'll need to prepare these sheets for each student, the dots, so they can trace their names on the sheets. Homework. Okay, this is our first time to do a homework check. So last class you assigned homework for each student, which you'll do every lesson. And in this part of the lesson, we can all check it together. Let me bring up the homework that we gave last lesson. And here it is, colour the balloons. Just a quick word about American English and British English. You can see this is the spelling for colour is in American English. We also have British English available for everything, for the worksheets, the songs, the readers, and the lessons themselves. Okay, but for now we'll stick with the American English version. So the students will hopefully have coloured each balloon in the colours that we studied last week, red, blue and green. So talk to each student in turn and ask them questions about their worksheet. You'd ask them, what colour? And point to one of the balloons, what colour is this balloon? And try and encourage them to say the colour, red. And always give lots of praise. You can put a mark on their homework sheet. I often draw a little smiley face and write a word like great, good job, wonderful, well done. And they'll really like that. Some teachers like to put stickers on, anything like that, just to show your student that they've done a good job and you appreciate their efforts. Okay, so next up, the fun part of the lesson to burn up some energy before we get started. This is the exercise routine. Have everyone stand up and run through all these exercises, getting everyone jumping and running on the spot, turning around, putting their hands up and down in time with your instructions. Okay, so we're going to now go on to the part where we review what we learnt last lesson. And this is reviewing the three colours, red, blue and green. So you can use your origami or coloured paper from last class. Here are mine. And you'd sit everyone in a circle and hold up the first colour, and we'll see if they can remember. Say, what colour is it? And try and elicit the word red. And then go through the other two colours. What colour is it? Blue. What colour is it? Green. I know it doesn't look like green on the screen. I'm not sure why it looks really green here. Okay. Also, you can see on the presentation slide we have three colours with the little speaker icons. Clicking those will bring up the word.
Red, green, blue.
So you could also use this instead of the coloured origami sheets. Right, so once we've practiced those three colours, we'll go on to a game where we can continue reviewing these colours. These are the three games that we did in last class. I'll quickly run through them. There's Colour Pass, where you take a coloured card or origami, say red. You have everyone sitting in a circle and say red as you pass it around. Each student sets the colour, red, 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 and do for all three. Then we play Colour Touch, which you can see illustrated there on the screen. You'd lay the three colours on the floor and have the students sitting around in a circle in the same positions, and they raise their hands up, and you say to the students, hands up, touch red, and everyone rushes to touch red. And then hands up, touch blue, and everyone rushes to touch blue. And do this a few times until they're all touching the right colour. Okay, and the last one here is Colour Hold Up. Again, you give each student one of the colours. If you've got more than 3 students, for example 9 students, you'd give 3 students a red, 3 students a blue, 3 students a green, and then you'd say, okay, hands up, you'd say, okay, hold up blue, and the students with the blue will hold it up. Hold up red, red, and the students with the red colours will hold that up. Again, there's some variations. You can say, okay, jump blue, and the students with the blue colours will jump. Okay, turn around green, and the students will turn around. And you can use the exercise vocabulary, including that within this game. Okay, so that's the maintenance and review section finished. And this is where now we go into new learning and practice. So we'll be learning some new words, new phrases, and so on. Okay, so we're going to continue with colours, and this time we'll be teaching the colours purple and yellow. So here are my colours, and everyone should still be sat in a circle around you. So start off with the first colour, and we're going to try and elicit it or teach it. So you hold it up and say, what colour is it? And see what everyone says. Again, they might say it in their own language, that's fine. And then teach, it's purple. Everyone repeat, purple, purple, purple. Chorus it 3 times. And what I like to do now is hand it to the first student in the circle and say purple, and have them pass it around the class, around the circle, each student saying purple. And then finish off, purple, purple. Hold up the yellow. What colour is it? And chorus, or teach first, then chorus yellow. And do the same thing, chorus it 3 times, and then pass around the circle. Everyone's saying yellow and passing it around. Okay, then we'll play colour, stand up and jump. Okay, so now we've got 5 colours in total. So give out all 5 coloured papers, 1 colour per student. And if you have more than 5 students, you'll need more coloured papers so that everyone's got at least 1. Have everyone sit on the floor, and again we'll be doing actions for each colour. So for example, say a colour red, and students of that colour have to quickly stand up or jump and sit down doing an action. So for example, okay, red, run around, and they jump up and run, 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 run. Okay, yellow, jump, and they stand up and jump. Okay, so on to the next slide, and we're going to have another practice of the colours, this time using the PowerPoint presentation. On the screen, direct your students' attention to the colours on the screen here, and we're going to point to one of the colours and try and elicit that colour. Students, so for example, you'd point to purple and say, what colour is it? And try and elicit the colour, and then we can click on it to hear the answer.
Purple.
Good job! And give lots of praise for the correct answer. And what colour is it?
Blue.
That's right, blue. Well done. And continue through all the colours, give them some extra practice. Now, if you're using the PDF lesson plan, you can just skip this part of the lesson. And then on to the next section, which is a fun game called Touch the Colours on the Wall. Now, if you're lucky enough to have a lot of colourful posters all around the classroom walls, you can just use those. You'll be shouting out the different colours for the students to run and touch. If not, then you've already got your coloured cards or coloured origami sheets, and you're going to pin each one, stick each one to a wall. So take the first one, elicit the colour. What colour is this? Elicit purple, and stick it on the wall. And go around to different walls and stick them round. Make sure they're high enough for students to be able to touch. And then you'll model the activity. You'll be sitting down, and then you'll shout, okay, red, and then jump up and run over to the red and touch it. If you've got posters, run over to a red colour and touch it. So with posters, it's great because you can run around the classroom touching different reds on the posters. Then sit down, do another one. Okay, touch green. Jump up and touch the green colours and sit down. So by now everyone should have a good idea what to do. So you get everyone ready, say ready, everybody touch blue. Have everyone run up, jump up and run around the classroom touching the blue colours. Then get everyone back down, sitting down, ready, touch yellow. And they all jump up and run and try and find and touch yellows. It can be a bit hectic, but lots of fun. You'll hear lots of laughing and giggling. And then try and bring everyone back. Once you've done all the 7 colours, you can do them a number of times until the activities come to a close, and then try and calm everyone down, and we'll do a nice little craft activity next. Okay, so on to the craft colouring activity. We'll be reviewing the 5 colours with this. So before class, you'll need 5 big sheets of paper and draw a big circle on each one, or you can use our wall circle sheet in the resource pack and print 5 of those off. I've got one printed off here. And you'll pin these on different walls of the classroom. Okay, so at this point, you'll have 5 big circles on the walls of your classroom, take out your crayons and take out one of the 5 colors that we were reviewing. So I'll take out here red and walk up to one of the circles and color in just a little bit on here. Say red, red. That's done. Then take out another color. So here's blue. And walk over to another circle that's blank and color that in. Blue, blue. And keep going through the 5 circles, coloring in red, blue, green, purple and yellow. Now, sit down and you're going to tell your students that they're going to do the same thing. So have your students take out their crayons and get them to stand up and walk around the classroom, coloring in the circles the same color that I've put in. So the one with the red, they'll walk up to this circle and take out their red crayon and color in on the sheet. And as they're doing this activity, you'll be there helping out, monitoring, making sure people do the right thing, trying to make sure that students are saying the words, the colors as they're coloring in, and helping out in general. So this will take a few minutes as everyone's mingling around, coloring in the circles, and finally when they finish, sit everyone down, and then you can just do a quick check by asking each student a question. So ask one student, what color is this? And point to one of the circles and elicit the color in that circle. Oh, also at this point, if this is helpful, please can let me know by liking and subscribing, and you can comment below. If you've got any questions about this lesson plan, please let me know, or any general questions about teaching kids. Also, if you've got any good ideas that we can use and incorporate into this lesson, I'd really like to know that. Okay, back to the lesson. Okay, playtime. So I went through this in quite a lot of detail in the introduction lesson, so please refer back to that. I'll put a link down below in the description box. But it's just a chance for the students to do what they like. They can play with any of the toys or any of the things you've got in the classroom. They can go to the restroom, and it also gives you a chance to talk to the students one-on-one, play with them, and you can also quickly get prepared for the next activities. Right, so playtime's over, and we're going to teach the fruit vocabulary: apple, bananas and grapes. Okay, so for this, a really great resource to have as a teacher is plastic fruit. And you can see I've got a lot of it here. And these can be used, of course, for teaching fruit, but it can be used for a lot more things. For example, it can be used for teaching the colors: green, orange, yellow, and so on. Teaching likes and dislikes. I like apples, but I don't like oranges. It can be used to teach counting. You can count the different fruit: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and even big and small. For example, here I've got a big orange and a small orange. Okay, so it's a very useful resource to have. So I like to start this part of the lesson off with an element of surprise and intrigue. So I take, before class, I take the 3 fruits I'm going to use. So banana, apple and grapes. And I'm going to put them in a container. Now, any container will do, as long as you can't see inside. I've got a nice little, like a small suitcase here. And I'll put them inside and close it. And this is before class starts. Okay, so at this part of the class, I bring out the suitcase. Ooh, what's inside? Check it out. Okay, everyone will be instantly alerted to this. You'll have everyone's attention, and they'll all want to know what is inside the box. It's rattling around. So, I'll face it towards me and open the lid and slowly reveal one of the fruits. What's this? Dun, 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 dun. And hold it up and try and elicit what it could be. Again, you'll probably get the answer in their own language. That's fine, but then teach it. Apple. It's an apple. What is it? apple, apple, and chorus it 3 times. And you can have a bit of fun. You can mime chewing it. Nom, nom, nom. Yummy. And then hold it in front of each student for them to take an imaginary bite out of as well. Yummy. And they really enjoy that. And they're learning a new word, yummy. Then bring out the next one. Ooh, bing, what's that? Banana, banana. And same thing, get everyone to chorus it 3 times. You can pass it around and have everyone take an imaginary bite. Yummy. The third one, again, grapes. Chorus it 3 times. This time I'm going to take a bite and show I don't like it. Yuck, yuck. And so they're learning another word. And again, have everyone go around and take a bite and see if they say yummy or yuck. And that's a bit of fun. Okay, so on this slide, we've just got a quick review of each one. So you can point to each fruit and ask, what is it? And then they can say, for example, apple.
Apple.
And you can click on each one to hear the answer.
Banana. Grapes. Apple.
And also you can ask the color. For example, what color is it? Red. What color is it? Yellow. And what color is it? Purple. So it's the colors from today's lesson as well. Right, let's go on to a really fun game. And this is called Fruit Fetch. So here you'll need enough plastic pieces of fruit for each student. So if you have 6 students, you'll need 2 of each of the fruit that we've learnt in today's lesson. If you don't have enough plastic fruit, then you can download our flashcards with the fruit pictures on them. I'll just quickly show you those. And here you go. There's apple, banana, and grapes. So you'll have those, and you also need a box. You could use the same box that you used to put the fruit in the last activity. So start off by having your students sit down on the floor. And you're going to get your fruit, and you need also your box. And put the box on the floor, and then take the fruit and throw them around the classroom. It might surprise students at first, but that's all fine. Right, then you're going to model the activity. So you sit down with your students and say, Jeremy, give me a red apple. So then stand up, look for the red apple. Oh, there it is. Walk over, pick it up, say red apple. Then walk over to the box and drop it in the box, red apple. And then sit down. Do another one. Jeremy, give me a yellow banana. So walk over to the yellow banana, pick it up, say yellow banana. Go to the box, pop it in, and sit down. Okay, so by this point, the students should have an idea. Throw the yellow apple, the yellow banana and red apple back into the room, and then say to a student, for example, Rumi, give me a yellow banana. She'll stand up, walk over, pick it up and drop it, and try to encourage her to say the color and the fruit. And then go through for each student, have them all doing this. You can throw them out again once the box is full and do the activity again if it seems like the activity is going well and the students want to have another game. Okay. Right, so now we're going to do a nice colouring worksheet activity. As you can see in the bottom corner of the screen, you can click here to see the full worksheet, and you can download and print this off from our website. And for this, it's a fun activity of just colouring in the fruit, the right colours. So first of all, hold up the worksheet and demonstrate by modelling which colours to colour the fruit. So point to the apple and say, what's this? And get everyone to say, apple. Good. And what colour is it? Red. Okay. So you take out your red crayon and then model in, colouring in the apple. Red, red. Good. And then do the same for the banana and the purple grapes. Then give out a worksheet to each student and let them start with the activity of colouring in the different fruits. You can help them as they're doing so and ask them lots of questions as they're doing it. So you walk around and say, oh, what colour is that? As they're colouring in yellow. Yellow. Oh, and what fruit is it? Banana. Very good. Good job. Then at the end of any worksheet activity, we always do a check. So get all the students to take each of the students' worksheets. Thank you. And point and ask the students some questions. What colour is it? It's red. Oh, what fruit is it? Apple. Oh, good job. And then give back. Give lots of praise. Use lots of praise words like fantastic, wonderful, great, well done, good job. As you're doing. And you can give everyone a round of applause as well. And then finally tell your students to put their worksheet into their bags. Right, so we finished the main part of the lesson. We're ready to finish up with the wrap-up section. And first of all, we're going to assign homework as we do every lesson. Again, we're going to practice the colours. We've got 5 colours to practice. Let's click on there. And we've got the colour the cute fish worksheet. So always demonstrate, model the activity. So hold up one of the worksheets and take out a colour. So you take out, for example, yellow. And point to the fish and colour yellow and colour it in yellow. And do a couple green and blue so they get the idea. Then give out the worksheets and tell students to put the worksheets into their bags, because if you don't say that, they'll probably want to start colouring right away. So make sure everyone puts the worksheets into their bags so they know it's their homework activity. Now to finish up, we'll say goodbye to your glove puppet. Again, same routine. He's asleep in the bag. Everyone shouts to wake him up. Hello. Out he jumps. He says hello to everybody. Says, what's your name? And then goodbye. See you. And back into the bag, fast asleep. Then we'll sing the goodbye song, doing the gestures. And this indicates to students that we're coming to the end of the lesson. And finally, goodbye and quick check. As explained before in the introduction lesson, you'll line the students up and you'll put yourself between the line of students and the door. And in this case, we'll check their words for colours and fruit from today's lessons. So with the first students, you can hold up this and say, what is it? And elicit banana. And what colour is it? Yellow. Good job. Okay, goodbye. And they can go through the door. If they get something wrong, then send them back to the end of the line. And when they get to the front of the line, then you can ask them again. And hopefully they'll get it right this time. And that's the end of the lesson. Okay. Please like and subscribe. And any questions or any comments that you have, please let me know down below. Thank you.